That is so funny. I didn't realize that this just automatically was on some kind of a timer. Anyways, I'm just having a cup of cinnamon tea, and I wanted to share with you a little bit about cinnamon tea. And just my glasses are distracting me because there's lights shining out. Anyways, so cinnamon tea, or cinnamon, I should say, is there are two different kinds of cinnamon. Your typical, normal, most common cinnamon is a cassia cinnamon, and it's what you find in the grocery stores or most places. You'll find the cassia cinnamon, and the other one is also called a true cinnamon. Like the true cinnamon is actually called a Ceylon cinnamon. So that's Ceylon, Ceylon cinnamon. So there's cassia cinnamon, Ceylon cinnamon. uh, Both of them actually have, um, amounts of coumarin in them, which sounds alarming. The cassia has more, much more than the Ceylon. I think typically how people use cinnamon, it's such a small amount that most people don't wouldn't have any problem with it. But if you were drinking it in a tea and you're drinking straight up cinnamon tea, then you do want to be careful of the amounts. If you're going to drink a lot of cinnamon tea, it should be a Ceylon and not a cassia. The cassia with the coumarin, more amounts of the coumarin is obviously most people would know it's blood thinning. Um, could be hard on the liver, so you don't want to drink a couple cups of cinnamon tea a day, especially not strong ones. So that's important to remember. And the Ceylon cinnamon is much less sweet. It's actually got a mild kind of woody taste to it, whereas the cassia cinnamon, the one that's most commonly sold, is very sweet. It's your typical cinnamon taste, which is, why people love it so much, most people. The Ceylon cinnamon is from places like Sri Lanka, southern India, and the cassia cinnamon is usually from parts of Asia, maybe Indonesia or Vietnam or something like that. Um, the cassia, they both also have blood sugar lowering effects, which is usually, pretty good for most people. Like most people could use a little bit of blood thinning and blood sugar lowering, unless you have those problems. If you're on a blood thinner, stay away from cassia cinnamon, absolutely. Um, and if you're hypoglycemic, then again, you don't want to be drinking a lot of cinnamon tea. So look this up. This is just pretty common knowledge, but just because something sounds innocent like cinnamon doesn't mean you can just, you know, have a couple cups a day. So always be sure to check into what you're drinking, how much you're drinking, and if there are any contraindications of, your own health issues or your any prescription medication or anything like that. So, um, you know, generally speaking, people think that most herbs are safe, and for the most part they are, but always make sure. And something as simple as cinnamon, you really want to research it, and especially if you're going to drink a lot of it. If you're just sprinkling a little bit on your, in your food, then it's no big deal. But if you're going to drink cups of it, you need to research it. Okay, so that's just my input on that, and have a great day. GeorginaSear.com.